Hello, and welcome to our Improvement Toolbox series, a mini-series introducing you to a new improvement tool in each episode. We are pleased to introduce the 4 steps of stakeholder engagement. What are stakeholders? Stakeholders are people that either impact on or will be impacted by the improvement you seek. Involving and engaging stakeholders is known to increase the success and sustainability of improvements, so it is wise to start this early in your improvement journey. There are 4 steps to successful stakeholder engagement. This video will take you through those 4 steps. Identify, prioritize, understand, and engage, with helpful tools, techniques, and considerations you can use. The first step is to identify your stakeholders by generating a list of all the people that may have an impact on or be impacted by the improvement you seek. Don't do this alone. Involve others or your project team. Brainstorming is a great way to generate lots of ideas. Write down each stakeholder's role on separate sticky notes and then share them in the group. You may think of individuals by name, but use their roles and consider other similar roles that may also be stakeholders. You may think of departments or partner organisations. However, consider which role specifically would be a stakeholder. Do not worry if there are lots, there likely will be. You hopefully will have identified lots of potential stakeholders. Keeping all these stakeholders involved and engaged to the same extent would be unrealistic. This is where step 2, prioritise, will help. Prioritising our stakeholders determines where our focus needs to be. Your stakeholders will vary in their power over the improvement and how much they are impacted by it. Stakeholder analysis using a grid can help you consider both these elements to prioritise which stakeholders to focus your efforts on. It is also known as a stakeholder map. The grid has 2 axes, vertical, up and down, and horizontal, left and right. The vertical axis is split into low and high power. Stakeholders who have the power to stop it or promote it, those who are influential, or those who can fund or move resources will be considered to have high power. The horizontal axis is split into low and high impact. Stakeholders who would benefit or disbenefit, whose work would change either positively or negatively, would all be considered to being highly impacted by the improvement. When analysing your stakeholders, first consider their power, placing all stakeholders in the low or high power parts of the grid. Next, consider the impact it will have on them by splitting the high power stakeholders into those who are highly impacted by the improvement and those who are not. Do the same with the low power stakeholders. You should now have stakeholders in all 4 areas of the grid based on their relative power and impact. These 4 groups require a different approach for communication and engagement. The top right group are the stakeholders you need to engage. They have high power and are highly impacted by the improvement. These are the stakeholders we should really focus our efforts on to fully engage, consult with them, and keeping them informed. The top left group are the stakeholders you need to satisfy. They are your opinion formers. They have high power, but the improvement has little or no impact on them. Aim to keep this group of stakeholders informed and regularly review the need for more active involvement. The bottom right group are the stakeholders you need to inform. They have the potential to be your supporters. They are highly impacted by the improvement, but have little or no power. Aim to keep this group informed. They are likely to have a vested interest in what you're doing. You could explore ways to increase their power and influence using consultation. And finally, the bottom left group are the stakeholders you need to monitor, and they are your peripheral stakeholders. They have little or no power, and the improvement has little or no impact on them. These stakeholders need minimal time and effort. Simply provide them with optional access to information so it's there should they want to find out about what you are doing. Depending on how much contact you've had with your stakeholders at this point will determine when you can move to step 3. Step 3, understand, can help you access individual stakeholders' views on the improvement, encouraging you to identify those who are for or against the change and whether it matters, informing you how you should engage with them. A readiness for change matrix can be used to plot individuals who are stakeholders with high power, those in the engage and satisfy groups, focusing on these stakeholders as they have the power to stop or promote your improvement. Use the matrix tool to plot where the other stakeholder sits in the readiness for change, plotting them either in favour, neutral, or opposed to the improvement. Individuals identified as in favour of the improvement will be great champions or advocates, supporting colleagues to see the benefits and view it more positively. Individuals identified as opposed to the improvement need attention. Champions can help you. Listening and understanding from their perspective is also important. Those who have a neutral view, or those with less power, need the least amount of focus. The final and fourth step, engage, uses all what you have learned in the first 3 steps. Effective engagement starts early. Sharing what you'd like to improve or your improvement idea and project early. Engaging your key stakeholders in the improvement journey and involving them throughout. Effective engagement uses multiple channels. Think of as many communication and engagement channels as possible, both verbal and digital. For example, face-to-face, or discussions, emails, handouts, over the phone or virtual. Effective engagement aligns communication channels to stakeholders. Decide what channels are best suited to the stakeholder you are actively engaging. For example, clinical roles may be better engaged face-to-face rather than digitally. Effective engagement uses champions. Make use of high-power stakeholders in favour of your improvement. Use champions to help test change ideas, build motivation and enthusiasm, to help engage stakeholders, especially those who are opposed. Effective engagement gathers support. Not everyone will be easy to reach, so gather support to help you work with the less accessible stakeholders. Effective engagement expects some resistance. Don't be put off when stakeholders resist your improvement focus or change ideas. Resistance is normal. Listen to their concerns. Their reasons for resistance can often be turned into action or considerations that make the improvement a success. Following the 4 steps to effective stakeholder engagement should do just that, and will in turn increase your project's chance of success and sustainability. For more information about stakeholder engagement and the tools included in this video, please visit the Improvement Intranet site to find out more. Thank you.